Hey guys, it's Chris. So all over TikTok and YouTube, people have been asking for the recipe and how to make my hot chocolate cookies. So I'm going to show you how to make them. Wash your hands, get ready to bake, clean the kitchen because it's not fun baking with a trashed, messy kitchen. Get a big mixing bowl and some butter. So I'm quadrupling the recipe because I have a big family to feed these cookies to. And we just eat a lot of cookies. So if you want to make a single batch, just one batch, it's 1/2 stick of butter, so a 1/2 cup of butter. So I'm using 2 cups in total. One batch makes about 10 cookies, so this should make around 40 cookies. And keep in mind, these are like the big crumble, like big cookies. Let your butter soften for about 30 minutes, or if you just want to do it right now, straight out of the fridge, just grab a microwave safe bowl, put it in here, take off the wrap, of course, and then do bursts of like 8 seconds, and do not do it for too long or you'll completely melt the butter. Melting the butter too much could do tons of bad things to your cookies, like changing the texture, making the cookies like spill out and be way too thin, so you want it to just be perfect. So add your butter to the bowl. Just do that much if you're doing a single batch. Of course, I'm quadrupling it, so I'll do more. Now you mix your butter. I usually use an electric mixer, which is my favorite, or even a wooden spoon. Add a 1/4 cup of sugar and 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, and all be quadrupled with that. We're now going to mix the 2 sugars and the butter. It should look something like that. You're then going to add to this bowl 1 large egg and 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. And feel free to use like extra vanilla, like use a full 2 teaspoons if you want. Like it's not that. Just add some. It'll make it really good. Now you mix. Make sure you don't overmix this. Mix it until just fully combined. Because if you overmix it, you're adding extra air into it. It can become too tough of cookies, and it won't be as good. Here's what that looks like. Put this bowl to the side. Then grab a new bowl. We're now going to be putting the dries in here. 1 cup of flour.
The great yellow sun is reflecting in your deep blue eyes. The day has begun. You spin around, you laugh.
And a 1/3 cup of cocoa powder.
I see you shine in every color, resting your head in my arms.
A 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and salt. Once you have your cocoa powder, flour, salt, and baking soda, you're going to whisk this really well. If you don't have a whisk, you could use a fork. This part is so satisfying. I love it. And here's the dries. Bring back the wet bowl, and now you get to do a really fun part, which is pour the dries into the wets. But I wouldn't pour it all in case you put too much dry and then it dries out the wets, then your cookies won't be good. So put most of it, but maybe save a little bit just in case. Like that much. That's about like a 1/2 cup about. Just save that just in case so you don't get too much. And I'm going to be mixing with my hands because it's a lot easier, but just make sure you wash again really, really well up to your elbows so you don't get anything bad in your cookies. You don't want to overmix this either, so just mix it until it's just combined. So here's our dough. It looks really good. Now we just have to add some of our toppings, like white chocolate or these mini marshmallows at the store. Find these. They're so good. Or you could get normal marshmallows, whatever you want. But I like just doing white chocolate, sometimes milk chocolate, and those marshmallows right here. Also, it's like 1 cup of chocolate chips, but I don't really measure because it doesn't really matter. Here's the dough. That is perfect. So make sure you save a little bit of white chocolate, and if you're using marshmallows, some of that. Save some of it to put it on the top of the cookie. And for now, we're gonna put this in the fridge. Put it minimum for like 20 or 30 minutes. But the longer you wait, the better. I'm gonna do about an hour. I cleaned the whole kitchen so there's no messes anymore, and the cookie dough has been in the fridge for a little bit. Here it is. Make sure you wrap it with that plastic stuff. And yeah, so now I'm gonna start preparing the baking sheets. Here's the first one, and here's what I'm gonna be using as toppings. My white chocolate, marshmallows, big marshmallows. Now for the sheets, you have to choose if you want to use the silicone sheetings or the parchment paper. Silicone traps the heat better, so it's gonna keep the cookie nice and thick and soft on the bottom. And if you want more of a crumble style cookie, you should use parchment paper because it keeps it a little crispier, it browns it a little bit, and it spreads out a little more. So I'm gonna be using the parchment paper. Perfect, just like that. While the dough keeps cooling, I'm gonna continue to prepare by making my cooling rack, I guess. I don't have a cooling rack, so I'm gonna be using parchment paper because that's the best option. I'm gonna tape some parchment paper onto this cool counter, so right when the cookies come out, they could sit on the tray for about 5 minutes, and then we move them to the parchment paper. There it is, and once the dough is ready to bake, I'm gonna take it out, make sure your oven is heating to 350, and then it's gonna go in for about 10 to 12 minutes. It's been about an hour, so now we're gonna take out the dough and start making the cookies. So you're gonna make it about this big, put it, and then flatten it out just a little bit like that. That piece was really satisfying. So I can't do this and film, so I'm paying Alyssa to hold the camera for me. I'm paying her with cookie dough. You may get your first payment. Here you go. Now she has to film. So here it is. It doesn't have to be perfect. And now you get to decorate the cookies. So just put, push them in a little bit. Just decorate the white chocolate first.
I like your blue nail, Chris.
I know, right? Like that. You could have some happy little accidents too. It doesn't need to be perfect. Now the highlight of the full recipe is these mini marshmallows.
Oh, is it dust?
Oh, let's try again.
There, that's better.
Here, we'll just put it right there. You can do that super easy.
Yummy. That's what makes the cookies.
Yes, these are so good. And then if you want, in the very middle, you could add a big marshmallow too. That's what I do sometimes. Or you don't need to. And then of course you could add your milk chocolate or really any chocolate you want. Just whatever you want. I just like these mini marshmallows, the white chocolate, and then sometimes big marshmallows in the middle. And then, there it is. And these are just half marshmallows that I cut in half. So we're just gonna put these in the middle, just like that. 2 more. And now these are ready to be put in the oven. Of course, you always have to try your dough. It's been about 10 minutes, let's check them. Okay, these look done. So we're gonna take them out. See, they're a little bit raw, that's how I like them. Those are perfect. They don't look the best right now, so how to make them even better is get a bowl, and then you just do a mini circle, and look at that. They're gonna look more professional. Yep. And then you let these sit here for a good 5 minutes. If you're using a silicone mat, I recommend on the end of this putting some oil spray or something so it doesn't stick. These are ready to move, so grab a spatula and put it right there. I'm gonna give a cookie to my family and see what they think. Would you two like to try a piece of the cookie I just made?
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. Perfect stone snack.
And tell me what you guys think of them. Rate them 1 through 10.
10.
Yeah, 10.
10.
Okay, good. Michael?
Wow. Oh my god, so good.
You guys like it?
Oh
Yeah, they love it.
Favorite cookie.
Yes. Here's that. Try one. These are literally so good, guys.
Salty enough. It's like the chocolate is perfect. The marshmallows are so good. Just salty enough. Like, oh my god. The best cookie.
Now I need to try one myself. This is so good.